Hey Tubesters, it's Arwen Forsong, the Bougie Mystic, and it's finally here. I finally have all the ingredients. I just got the last one today, which was the compact mirror. Ka-chow! That's literally what I was waiting on, and blessed be the gods. I went to the store and there was the last one. Now, unfortunately, I have a very successful tip on removing it. Put it in some like boiled water, not boiling, just boiled water, and the heat will loosen the glue, that industrial strength glue, and it'll come off and it'll just lay on the pot. Pour out the water immediately so you don't start melting the the compact part. I mean, unless you're not trying to save it. I am going to be doing something later on. Comment below which way you want me to go about it. It's up to y'all. I'm going to be doing a craft project with it. I'm not going to tell you what it is, because I want it to be a surprise. But comment below whether you want it to be a live stream or a pre-recorded video. I'm going to be honest, I'm a little biased to the live stream. I kind of want to be able to talk to you guys. But if you aren't, if not enough of y'all are available to like watch it when it's live, and or you don't want to watch the replay because it's too long, then I completely understand. Fingers crossed, I hope that you want the live though, because I think it's going to be fun. Crafting live is much more fun than crafting a recorded video. Because when you're crafting in a recorded video, and this is why I'm leaning towards the live, if it's up to me. If y'all say it's up to me, then I'm doing the live stream. But I want y'all to feel like you have a say. I don't want it to seem like I'm just making y'all watch very long content. Anyway, the reason why I prefer to craft on a live stream instead of a pre-recorded video is because the comments of the live stream help me remember to engage with my audience. When I'm crafting in a pre-recorded video, I get lost in the craft and then it will just be an awkward silent video the whole time. So if you're fine with that, then I guess we can do the pre-recorded video. But I just want to let y'all know that's why I prefer to do the live stream. Anyway, comment below if you want it to be a live stream or a pre-recorded video. Also, comment whether you want it to be YouTube or Instagram. I don't care if you use emojis or words, you can use either one. But yeah, answer those two things for me. Do you want it to be a live stream or a pre-recorded video? And do you want it to be, if it's a live stream, that is. If it's a live stream, do you want it to be on Instagram or YouTube? So, disclaimer out of the way, or I guess not disclaimer, but announcement out of the way. We are going to make the Mirror Communication Potion. This is another inspiration from Tequila, the Lady Grave Dancer, formerly known as the Lady Grave Dancer. I have put a twist on it, just because I wanted to add certain things. Yeah, I think that's it. So this is a Selenite Moon Blessed Oil. And as you see, I got my mirror glued into the lid. I was gonna have one in the bottom and one on top. I was gonna put the regular mirror in the bottom and then the magnifying mirror on top, so it would magnify the mirror down there, with the mirror down there like blessing and charging the oil directly. But the mirror doesn't actually have to touch the oil, technically. I just wanted to kind of do it that way. But, unfortunately, my dumbass was getting nitpicky and was trying to get the glue residue off of the mirror. So I put it back in the warm pot, thinking that it would work. And then when I tried to like gently pick it up, it wasn't that it was too hot and I dropped it, per se. I think when I was trying to put it on the counter, I don't exactly know, because it wasn't like hot where I said ouch and dropped it. It either slipped out of my hands or whatever, and it shattered on the floor. So that's fine, because now I can show you another traditional thing we do when we have broken mirrors. We turn them basically into Hexen Spigels. That's just in a nutshell what you'll be seeing. So without further ado, I think we'll get started with the video. Sorry, I had like a lapse in my thoughts. So, the first thing I want to start with is these bay laurels. And I was blessed to find this container of whole bay leaves. And so I'm just grabbing the small ones. One, they'll fit better in the jar. And two, it's not like I'll use them to write any petitions on them because they're so small. So there's really no number per se. I have 5 here. That's just what I grabbed. One of them's like really small, so it's like kind of more like 4, like a decent 4, I guess. So I'm just gonna charge these with what's that word I'm looking for? Psychic abilities, like activating psychic abilities and protection while using the psychic abilities. Okay. Close that. And now we're gonna add some dandelion root. Do I have my... Oh, blessed be, I don't have it out. So this might have to do. I'm gonna add some dandelion root. And yes, mine is in tea bags because I got dandelion root that's in tea. I think I might just use the one. Yeah, I might just use the one. I got a few because I wanted to use it up, but I don't really want to use a lot of dandelion in here. Anyway, dandelion is really good for connecting with the realm of the dead and for like summoning from the underworld spirits of death and the spirits of the dead. There we go. And now we're going to add some wormwood. This was one of the ingredients that I was waiting on. And then somehow I forgot that I actually got the wormwood. I guess it was just lost on my altar because I was like making so many things at the time that I had so many things charging my altar that I didn't realize I had the wormwood on it. So just like in the oh blessed be, what was that oil called? I have the paper right here, let me see. The spider potion, there we go. Just like in the spider potion, it's good for summoning all spirits. So that's what I'm going to enchant this for. Because the mirror communication potion is used for like spirit activity, spirit communication, right? It's using the mirror as a portal to communicate with the spirits of the realm of the dead, right? Okay, well that's not working. All right, and now we're gonna add the Eyebright powder. I powdered this myself from the Eyebright that I have. I'm kind of with Tequila on that, or I guess I'll just call her Lady Grave Dancer since it's more of like a former self. But I agree with what the Lady Grave Dancer said of the powdered eyebright being in there and just like clinging to what you anoint it on, right? This might be a little messy. It's okay. But eyebright is good for opening the brow chakra, opening your physical eyes even to see the spiritual, but also waking that psychic vision, that spirit sight, right? So that's what I'm going to charge this for. That was not as bad as I thought it would be. Okay. Okay, cool. And now we're going to add, whoopsie, the periwinkle. This is something that's definitely my own ingredient. I think the dandelion was, oh, the wormwood was as well. I think it was, instead of using mugwort, because I don't actually use mugwort in my practice. No tea, no shade, no judgment, no hate, no disdain towards anyone or mugwort itself. It's just something that I don't use. Traditionally, we use wormwood, or I guess to better put it, comfrey and wormwood are some of the herbs that we traditionally use, and together they essentially encapsulate the total powers of mugwort, or at least the ones that get used the most. So, hence why I don't have any mugwort in this oil, and the herbs I do have are the herbs that I have. But periwinkle is definitely another one that I like to use. It brings in a loving and protective vibe, but it's specifically protection from spirits. And with it being a gentle, loving vibe, it's not invasive and offensive to spirits. It's basically, it protects you, but without like making the spirits feel like the fuck you need that level of protection for. Why are you doing spirit work if you are that scared and you need to do protection, right? So it just kind of makes it not offensive to them, but effective for you. Let me bless it real quick. Okay. And then the last thing I want to add is my hematite. I think this is what actually caused me to buy those crystal chips in the first place. And I'm so glad that I got the ones that don't have the holes in them. Not that, again, it's a problem. It's just I personally, I don't want to have to throw any more trash away than I have to. So, especially if it's plastic, and that string is always like this elastic plastic. And sometimes it can be a mess when you snip it and then it like spills everywhere. So you really need to have like a knack for putting it in the container and all that, which I did develop, but it's just nice to have these already in a bag, no extra trash to deal with. It's definitely a luxury. It's not a necessity, but yeah. So this was in her traditional oil. I don't remember what she used it for, but I like to use it for a protective and grounding, so that way I'm not getting too in my head or too lost in the spirit realm. I'm still mindful of my physicality and being in the physical realm. when working or just communicating, excuse me, with any spirits that come through with this oil. Okay. There is also a selenite in there that was already enchanted. And I decided, since I got this mercury oil as a free gift, and mercury is really good for divination and communication, and like messages, omens, things of that nature. And also just like a little bit of traveling. I'm going to add this mercury oil in here as like a little booster and as a means of using this, because I'm not going to use this by itself, but if it's with this, I'm using it like an ingredient. I'm also going to keep the flora in here. I'm going to pour everything in here, just so it's just all together. And like with my other bottles, I might actually save this, remove the label, and put some of this oil in here and put it in my travel altar. If y'all want to see my travel altar, and by travel altar, I don't mean like a little one. It is on the bigger side. It's something that you would use when you want to do ritual work outside your house, but in a walking or driving distance. So not necessarily airport travel altar, though you could probably use it as a carry-on, as long as you made sure to have, you know, nothing that you're not supposed to have. We'll just phrase it like that. But yeah, if you want to see my travel altar, let me know. I'll do a show and tell, a little tour of my altar, travel altar. I'll put this lid on. And that is the Mirror Communication Oil potion. Same difference. And it's already anointed the mirror. I'm tempted to use this mirror as the one to communicate with, honestly. Oh, that smells very nice. I think that's the mercury oil that I'm smelling, though. A little bit. Oop. Got some on my mouth. Yeah, that smells good. That's another reason why I like to use oils like this that as like an ingredient, because it just makes your oil smell good. And we all like to smell good. Well, I do anyway. Yeah, so that is my version of the Lady Gravedancer's Mirror Communication Potion. So glad I was finally able to make it, and I was also really glad that I was able to get the compact mirror and be able to fit it in this jar. Just because I really wanted to use one. I did have a jar set aside if I needed to, but I was really hoping this would work because I didn't want to have to make, it is not just bigger like with the mouth, but also bigger as in taller, which means I'd have to add oil to it, and I really don't want to do that. I wanted to make it this size. Yeah, I'm really excited to use this. Let me know if you also have a version of her potion. If you feel like sharing, you can share in the comments. If you made a video, feel free to add it in the comments. And just as a reminder, comment below if you want it to be if you want the, oh, blessed be, what was the video I was talking about before? Oh, the craft with the case for the compact mirror. Do you want that to be a live stream or a pre-recorded video? And if you want it to be a live stream, do you want it on YouTube or Instagram? All right. I'm going to make an announcement on there as well. just because if I do put it on Instagram, I want people on Instagram to know about and have a right to vote as well. Plus, it lets them know about my YouTube channel. So, as always, thank you for watching. So sorry for this being a longer video than intended, but I had to make that announcement. So, thank you for watching, and as always, abundant and eternal blessings. Mwah.